everyone, welcome back to my channel. Anime Frontier is in less than a month. I decided for this convention that I wanted to cosplay one of my favorite characters from when I was in high school / college because that hyperfixation has apparently decided to rear its ugly head. Well, it's not ugly, but you know, it's a hyperfixation and I have way too many of them. I did cosplay one of the characters from the franchise, but this time I want to cosplay my favorite character. And that character would be... it's Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. I was able to finish the second game on stream, which I had never done before, so I think that's what started my hyperfixation up again. I'll blame that. I was thinking about going with this version of Bendy, just wearing all black with some white, but I thought that was a little boring. I'm going to cosplay his like canonical outfit that he has now from Bendy and the Dark Revival. The only Bendy merch I have with him in this outfit. I think it's from Five Below. Spoiler alert for Bendy and the Dark Revival in 3, 2, 1. At the end of the game, he is in the real world with Audrey and has a colored outfit. He has like a red bow tie and I think his vest is like a navy blue. Personally, I do not like that color scheme on him. I do not like the red on him. So we're going to do the black and white version. The only piece of color I think I'm actually gonna put on the outfit is maybe finding like a brown / beige vest. So he has a bow tie, shirt, pinstripe pants, vest, and gloves. A lot of the stuff I'm going to repurpose for my Sammy Lawrence cosplay, like the black shirt and the wig. I saw a lot of people on Tumblr and on Twitter, they draw fan art of Bendy with a little devil tail. In the game, he doesn't have one. But I thought it was such a cute idea that I have decided to take on the task of making my own devil tail. And I think I'm going to make the end of it look like the end of an ink pen. Ooh, I'm actually really excited to bring this character to life.
They are open. We're going into the party city.
On to the next. Another one, thank you. We found the foam. We found the foam rods. Woo!
We're at Goodwill. Goodwill.
So it's the day after we ran all of those errands and it's really dark outside because I think it's about to have a torrential downpour, so what better way to spend the day than to start crafting. As I previously stated, I'm looking to make the end of the devil tail look more like an ink pen. So I'm gonna use Procreate on my very ancient iPad that only has YouTube, Discord, and Procreate on it to sketch out some ideas. First thing I'm gonna do is look up some reference photos of what I'm looking for. Yeah, so we're kind of going for that shape. I think this is the devil tail we're going with. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it anymore because if I keep looking at it, I keep looking at all my flaws and I don't... Nope, it's not that serious. Okay, the next step is we're going to send this to the printer to see if we can get it into a good size. Okay, I printed off 4 different sizes for the tail and I feel like I can't really tell which one I would like the best until I cut them all out, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, everything's been cut out. This is the base of our tail, so we're gonna see which one looks the best. It looks a little bit bigger than the tail proportion. Looks a little better. I think I like this one the most so far. I'm gonna put this in the yes pile. I kind of like how cartoonishly big it is, but I did print one in the middle. This is the one in the middle, kind of. And then I have this one. It's the teeny tiniest. I think I'm gonna go with the second largest because I do like how cartoonishly large it is. I think it's kind of funny. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna trace this design onto the EVA foam I got on 3 different layers and glue them all together and then Dremel it. I've never Dremeled foam before. I kind of just wing it. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, I can't open this. Please open. Ah! I'm bracing myself. You can't see it. Oh. Oh my god, my hands are not big enough for this. Oh! 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 Yeah! Been a few days because I was busy with a musical, and this is what we got. This is our first attempt of using the foam and stuff, and I've learned a lot of how to deal with foam. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to heat seal this like everyone suggested. Okay, I feel like that's good enough. My dad actually gave me this tool, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this was called a Dremel. That's a good amount. And I'm a good noodle. I do have a respirator and I do have safety goggles.
There was some gaps in between my foam, so I decided to use my extra caulking to fill those in.
I'm wearing my mask still, but I'm going to sand down this piece a little bit, just a little bit.
I finished the tail by spraying some black Flex Seal on it.
Okay, I'm a little nervous, but we're about to start drawing on this.
I first went in with a pencil to roughly map out where I wanted the sketch marks to go. Then I went back over it with a black fabric pen.
Okay, I just got home from opening night of the musical that I'm in, and I had a package on my front door, and it is the pants I got from Depop. They are about 2 sizes too big for me, but they were $5. I have a friend who I'm going to ask very, very nicely and also buy her coffee and a gift card to thank her if she can help me alter these pants. So on top of everything, I've decided, okay, give up, I see how it is. So this is actually the axe I made for my Sammy Lawrence cosplay, and right when I got to the con, it snapped. And I thought it might be fun to bring for Bendy, even though he never uses an axe. He doesn't really use anything except his bare hands. But I thought it'd be fun to bring for my Bendy cosplay because a lot of people, while I was walking around as Sammy Lawrence, thought I was Bendy. So I'm going to fix it. And the way I'm fixing it was I put some contact cement in there, let it dry, and then the seam, I'm using the good old caulking.
At first, I was going to try and make my wig kind of have that horn effect, but it didn't really work out, so I decided to go into Blender and 3D model some horns. And I was able to print those out using my 3D printer. Once that was done, I just hot glued some barrettes I had laying around to the horns to stick in my hair. Next, I moved on to the gloves, which were pretty easy. I just used that same fabric pin from earlier that I used on the vest to draw the black dots on the gloves.
I might look a little insane right now because very last minute I got booked to do a birthday party during the week, and I'd already told my friend who's going to alter my pants for me that I was going to go over to her house. So I'm going to go over to her house first and then leave straight from her house to go to the birthday party.
Pretty simple. She just marked where she was going to do the adjustments and made sure to keep the pockets.
So I'm very OCD, and I like to test out the makeup before a convention so I know exactly what to do the day of. So I'm not like being rushed or feeling like a burden on my friends waiting for me to figure out what I'm doing. So I'm doing it right now. So this is the first idea I have for Bendy, which is just my normal makeup that I do for men with some like sketch marks and ink dripping down my forehead instead of just doing full black and white. Because to be quite honest, I did that once and it was very difficult. I don't know if I want to do it again. The first version of the makeup. You cannot see the little ink things I did, the little ink drips, so I might put it on this side since the bang falls on the other side, so like right there. Now that we've tried the more simpler makeup, I'm going to try and do the black and white version. So when I did Sammy Lawrence, the makeup I did for that was like a lot of the ink dripping, splatters, stuff coming out of my eye, my mouth, my nose. But that was because in the game, he is literally like an ink blob. But Bendy has a form. He's got a face, you can see. He's not hiding behind a mask. So I don't know if I should keep adding the ink coming down the face because he doesn't have that. Okay, and this is the other version we have. To be quite honest with you, to be so for real for you, I don't really see a difference because I am just very pale. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth doing the whole white face paint and stuff. I think I should just do my normal makeup. I won't lie. I just had craft night with my girls, and one of them was the one that was altering my pants, and she was able to do so, and also able to add the little place to hang my tail. I'm very excited about that.
Before I show you the finished product, let's talk about cost, because your girl is always trying to ball in a budget. For this cosplay, I had to go out and buy the vest, the pants, I bought 2 pairs of gloves and 2 bow ties just in case I screwed up on one, and the total cost for all that was $25.70. The materials to embellish the outfit and make the tail was around $22.60. The most expensive thing I bought for this cosplay was actually the contact cement. The total time it took me to finish this cosplay was 3.5 weeks, but that's because I had to take a lot of breaks and go to work and do other things. If I had to guesstimate, maybe 12 hours. But yeah, so.
But now it's finished, and we're at the con.
And here he is in all of his Bendy glory. I had so much fun making this cosplay and was able to do a fun little photo shoot. Go check out those photos on my Instagram.
Hope you enjoyed that video. I don't really know what I'm doing, so.
I don't know what I'm doing.